All right, well. Welcome again. Yes, now we're working Welcome to everybody tuned on to the program. The folks who are on Facebook, YouTube, at WPG10. Those of you who are looking at the program for the first time, we want to say thank you for joining us. This is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Things that you have heard before, things that you have never heard before. All of this you'll be hearing on the live tonight. We have no horse in the race. We tell you as it is. Information that is important for you, the general public. Audio. We have been asking you for your help in locating a woman, an elderly woman who went missing days now. She has been found. We're going to talk about that. House destroyed by fire at the weekend. We're going to talk about that. Folks, we have a lot of things to tell you about tonight. Real thing. Now, several weeks in June, a body was found in St. David. Man believed to have committed suicide as it was rumored. We have an update on this for you today, as somebody is currently charged for his death. Unheard of here in Grenada, but we'll tell you about that. And we have a real thing to tell all you about, people, so brace all yourself. This is another Mikey Life program, people. Tell your family the things start. And we implore you, we ask of you to please share the program. Because when you share the program, that's how other people get to know that the thing has started. That's how other people get to know what happens here. So share the business. Alright, folks, we want to let you know that the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of WPG10, channels 10 and 11 on cable. They have all your entertainment programs and news for your people. So don't only check out WP when Mikey Live is on. Check them out during the day and thing too. You know what I mean? And during the night and the business. Anyway, all you, we coming back, and I hope all you had a good weekend, and we come in.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance, with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
The third annual Caribbean Comedy Show, Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a cutlass. You see what I done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
The people say that is the best fete in the carnival. None of them holding secret for me. None of them. The St. Andrews Development Organization, in collaboration with Mr. Elimas Gilbert, say Specky Show 2019 will be a movie. You must wear it. Love the rum more than the woman. From Trinidad and Tobago, the Calypsonian who empower women, singing Sandra.
The way you cock up like a bloody acrobat. The wife at home, they can't. She can do that.
From St. Vincent, former Soca Monarch, Calypso, and Road Match King, Posa. And top Grenadian artists. Stay tuned for more info. For vending, call 404-8131. Becky Show, August 4th, St. Andrews Rainbow City Festival weekend. The color is red.
Grenada, hope you're ready for this one as Exterminator Movement presents Job in the Club. Job in the Club. Going down inside the Tin Shop, Paradise, St. Andrews, Saturday, August 3rd. With Grenada's top DJs and artists featuring live, Looney Spark and Electrify, Muddy, Buckwild, Skull Dog, Alma Boy, and Squeezehead. Get Get your early bird $20 tickets now. Pay more at the door. Tickets are available from Zeggy's Bar and Quito in Paradise, Bogo's Barbershop Grenville, Golden Auto and Accessories Grenville, Heather's Boutique St. George, Jason's Bakery in Telescope, Patel La Poetry, Kelly in La Poetry, and any Exterminator family. Action kicks off from 10 p.m. till 10 a.m. And your DJs representing DJ Super, Mixmaster Brent, O2 Sound, 473 Rulers, DJ Brad, DJ Flawless, Exterminator Sound, Soca Lover Steve. So remember, Job in the Club, Saturday, August 3rd, The Tin Shop in Paradise, St. Andrew. It's paint, powder, mud, and water. Job in the Club. So link up the team for this one, Mod.
Yeah, that's right, folks. So again, we would like to officially welcome you, your family members, and everybody to the program. We want to big up the whole Mikey Live team, for being here with us, of course, and those of you who work really hard to make this program a reality. We want to say thank you for so doing. Now, the first story that we want to tell you about, boy, is that Grenada. We have to be proud that Grand Anse Beach is rated best in the world, right, by Condé Nast Travelers. If you're looking for the best beach in the world, then you gotta know, you gotta look no further at that, because the pure Grenada, the spice of the Caribbean, the Grenada's Grand Anse Beach has been rated the best beach, in the world. It is an internationally recognized Condé Nast Traveler UK people who have endorsed us as such. You understand? Now they are saying that Grenada's Grand Anse Beach is different from many of the other beaches that you can find. Now, once this information was shared, Grenadians were excited about it, including the Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, Honorable Caris Modest Cohen. She said, "This is a priceless recognition for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique." Says that Grand Anse is indeed an unspoiled gem, but it is just one of our many amazing attractions, and so have extended an invitation to people to explore our waterfalls, our reefs, our marine life, our breathtaking views of sulfur springs, and so much more. You understand, people? Grenada is trending, I ain't making it up, We pretty. You understand? Good. So here we're going on now. I know some of you already were expecting to hear Calypso results by now, but no. The final 10th is judging tonight, and probably by the end of tonight, not yet, by the end of tonight, because that is the final 10 that has to judge, and then you will know the semi-finalists. You'll know who the semi-finalists are to take us into the finals. This is going to be the semi-final weekend. We're talking about Friday of this week, Saturday and Sunday. All right, so Grenada go nice, and it's going to be pace. After this weekend, pure pace. Well, in fact, from the start of this weekend, it's going to be pace. So for those of you who are not yet convinced that it's going to be probably one of the best spice mass that we're having, well, you think again, because you're going to be pretty. All right, earlier, there have been some adjustment to your petroleum products, and you need to know about that. All right, there have been changes in the price of petroleum products, gasoline, diesel, kerosene, and liquefied petroleum gas. Now, those prices would have taken effect on Thursday, July 18th. In Grenada, the price of the gasoline, it moves from $15.31 to $15.15. Now, diesel moves from $14.63 to $14.39. Kerosene from $9.13 to $9. LPG cooking gas, the old price, for the 20 pound, $40. The new price is remain the same. So, well, the petroleum, the 20 pound has been standardized for a long time now. All right, so good. What else you would want to know? Carriacou, diesel $14.81. It moves from that to $14.57. Kerosene $9.32 was the old price. The new price is $9.19. And in Petit Martinique, the gasoline is $10. It used to be $10, sorry. It's now $9.83. Diesel was $9.31. It's now $9.07. Kerosene was $9.32. Now it's $9.19. Alright, so all you, please take note of that. All you. Now the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, we've been telling you about this lady missing, boy. So now we have information that she has been found, and not just found alive. Huh? That's something you don't hear every day. They said that she was found in some bushes. You know, last week we told you that police were trying to find the 82-year-old Veronica Thompson, who's actually from New Hampshire, St. George. She went missing on Tuesday, 16th July 2019. 17, 18, 19, 20, almost a whole week. Huh? And the family, they are breathing a sigh of relief. They say somebody went and do some early morning routine and then they found the lady in the bushes. She was happy to see them. They said she drank, how much? 6. She drank some hot tea. She liked the tea. She drank again. Then she drank 6 coconuts. Well, they call it jelly, coconut water and thing. 6 of that. Well, of course. She might have been a little dehydrated, lacking nutrition and stuff. And so the good Samaritans who came to her aid needs to be recognized as such. What do you say, Hamlet? Good Samaritan? You understand? Help her out one time. You could not have offered her anything better. You know what I mean? Give her some electrolytes, coconut water. All give them a clap on the program like Grenada, boy. And speaking of Grenada, there was an incident that tried to get to the bottom of fall, you know, Jed. But I calling the man, no man ain't gainy, boy. There was a Trinidadian comedian, quote unquote, came to Grenada and claimed that he lost his wallet and stuff like that because, anyway, thank you, Grandma. We're happy that you're alive and thing, and the family and thing. God bless you. You know what I mean? So there was a Trinidadian who said he came to Grenada, went on Granan's beach. After 4 minutes of being on the beach, he put his stuff, he put his stuff on the beach, put his stuff there wrong, and he wallet and stuff like that. And then he went to take a little bath, and then in about 4 minutes, when he checked back, phone missing, wallet missing, blah, 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 blah. And then Grenadians started to question his account of the incident. But I had my own questions too, because I did some digging up on the business. So I called in the man to find out how you end up with the phone. How did the people know? You said some women brought back the phone to you and stuff. I want women who we don't know, because you say the people who brought back the phone didn't want to be recognized and so on. So they brought back your phone, you get your wallet, you get a thing like that. So I want to know. So I call people, I ain't making it up. I want to know, one, how did the people know where to find you if you were here just for a little bit in Grenada? How did they know where to find you? You say the Grenadians didn't want to be recognized? Ha! Well, you know, with Grenadian people already, we like TV. Much less if they know that they end up on Mikey Live, you know? I mean, who are these people? You know what I mean? How it is? They contacted you to say to you that they have your phone. Among all people to rob in Grenada, on Granan's Beach, Grenadians go rob a black man. You know what I mean? So I just want to know. I'm not accusing nobody or nothing. I want to know. So I didn't give all of the story because I was working on it. So then I contacted some other people who he might be in groups with and stuff like that, and asked if there was an alert that he would have changed his SIM card or have a new phone, or you get those little alerts on WhatsApp and those kind of things. Nothing, so. So you get back your phone with your SIM card, with your WhatsApp intact. Anyway, let me leave that talk. You get back everything intact. You in Grenada for a few days and then people fine you. Then people who find it on the ground fine you. So what? So after you go on the TV and they say people thief you thing, they just go and put it back. Grenadian thief that stupid? So they like you so much that you go on the TV and say they thief you thing on Grenada's beach and they're going to give back. So I just want to ask some questions, partner. And I call in a number and I'm getting you. You know what I mean? We don't hear, I ain't saying Grenada's beach is perfect, but we don't hear that all the time. So when it happens that a Trinidadian comes to Grenada to say, Grenadians rob you, we have to look into it. Because we want to make sure you get, because we're nice. We want to make sure you get back everything and we're giving you a free trip too. I want to send you by Tubla or something for a 2-night stay because we're sorry. So I'm just calling you to ask you a few questions so we can get to the bottom of it. Anyway, let's leave that talk. You know what I mean? Let me leave that talk. If ever you could contact me, partner, I ain't calling him, just give me a shot, let me talk over the business. You know what I mean? Let's see what's going on. Let me see if I could hook you up with a 2 free nights hotel stay and thing. We're sorry that this has happened to you. We just want to put it on record how it exactly happened. We're moving on. Next story in all the Lolo, I don't talk. A higher number, I call anybody and get any partner. Oh, yeah. So the missing woman was found alive and they want to say thank you for all that you have done. All right? They want you to know that they appreciate you, that the family now, for all that you have done. All right? All Grenadians who came out and assisted in finding the family, the lady. You know what I mean? We're nice, you know. We don't have to know you to help you. Alright? We don't have to know you. All you, boy, weekend boy, there was a fire in the Maran area and it totally destroyed a house. I could feel it. I'm feeling it for them people already, boy. Villagers stood by hopelessly because by the time it was really recognized, by the time it was noticed and so on, the building was already up in flames. It was too much heat for the people there, so all they had to do, all they could have done, they just stood by and just watched the building up in flames and alert the authorities. Now the authorities came and they assisted in putting out the fire. But by that time, well, as you can see on your screen, almost everything in the house, the contents, was destroyed. You understand? So, yeah. Hard luck, you know, but I hope that you all will get things sorted out. Somebody said, Mikey, that happened to me. Mikey, that happened to me already. Somebody throwing thread in the bush to catch shooting on Granans. I was saying, if ever something happened to you on Granans Beach, we are going to say sorry. And we want to accommodate you. You know what I mean? So tell him, link me, like, we fix it up. You know what I mean? Go for 2 nights by sandals or something for you. Alright, so audio. I think one of the most interesting things that we'll be telling you tonight is, so you remember it was a few weeks ago, there were reports that a man was found hanging in the St. David area, I think it was coming. And it was alleged that he may have committed suicide. And of course, the police were conducting the investigation. He was found with a, how they'll say, the noose around his neck and so on. So, you know, speculations now. But we are now hearing of new developments as it relates to that case. Now, a man was arrested. A man was arrested and charged. Not just arrested. Pardon my French. He was not just arrested. He was arrested and charged, people, for the death of that individual. We have a report for you from the police too on that. So folks, Ryan Griffith, 40 years old, you know, he's a bus driver of Corinth in St. David. He was arrested and formally charged on Saturday, 20th July 2019 with non-capital murder. And that's in connection with the death of Spencer Francis, a 42-year-old of Corinth, St. David. We're making it up. Now on Friday, 14th June 2019, Spencer Francis, he was discovered at his home with injuries to his body and was pronounced dead. Ryan Griffith made his first court appearance at the St. David's Magistrates Court today. He has been remanded to Her Majesty's prison. Now the case was adjourned to Friday, 2nd August 2019. You understand? Make it up. Folks, one of his family members, his niece, Lindy Ann Francis, the niece of the deceased, now we're talking about, says that they are quite relieved to know that someone has been charged because he was hard on the family.
We feel good to know that, well, he didn't kill himself. It was obvious because a man cannot be hanging, lying on the floor, because that's how they found him, right? It is rumored that he hung himself, but it's quite reassuring to know that he did not kill himself and that we have found someone who can be prosecuted for the crime.
Folks, the family also offered a reward, a $5,000 reward for the conviction. You know, for the assistance leading to the conviction of whoever may have committed that act. You understand? So everybody now wants to know exactly what happened. What would have happened that led to this incident? Here's a suspicion by one of the family members.
All issue regarding his children, and I don't know if I should say a stolen cell phone from someone who came to the hash in SGU. SGU are hash at the current school. I think the situation may have arisen from that. Well, the person who lost the phone may have reported to him about the stolen phone, and I'm not too sure what ensued from there. Well, he was questioning them, asking them if they took the phone, and I guess the father got offended.
Oh, okay, I understand.
All right, so folks, what she's saying that, you know, there was some kind of stolen phone issue, and the deceased may have questioned the accused children about the whole thing, and so the accused become a bit uncomfortable and perturbed by this and may have reacted in a particular manner. Of course, these are all allegations and suspicions. Of course, we have to allow the court to do whatever they had to do, you know what I mean, the necessary XYZ on the business. But that's what it is right there. You know, the accused is actually from the area, the same current area. He's usually driving bus and so on. You understand? Yeah, boy. So that is it right there. So all you, let's see how that one go play out, you know. Let's see how that one go play out. All right, we are moving on. Olia, today Mr. Sheldon Scott admitted to the whole phone business, the phone gate, on his program. Yeah, program they call Hard Talk. You know what I mean? So he said, you know what? Yes, it had happened, you know. The phone was given to him and he wrote a letter and things like that. And what he's doing is accepting the responsibility of paying back the whole business. Say no taxpayer don't have to pay no money, not a dollar from their pocket and then kind of business. He said that he wrote a letter and things like that. Let me see if I have the clip there for you, right?
Single word. Neither on this program, no media house can say that they got a quote from me. I've not said a single, even members of my own family cannot say that I've said anything to them in relation to this particular issue of cell phone use and so on. What I can say is this: I would not do anything that would end up costing the Grenadian taxpayer a single cent. That's what I will say. And as such, I have sent to the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Finance this letter, and I'll read right now what I, Sheldon Scott, have sent to the permanent secretary at the Ministry of Finance. Yeah? Dear P.S. Clark, I write to you regarding the matter of mobile account 1473-534-5113, currently in the name of the government of Grenada. I acknowledge that this number was assigned to me in May 2013 in my capacity as Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Youth and Sport and has been in my possession up to the end of my parliamentary stint in 2016, June 2016. Said number remained in my possession after June 2016, and as such, I accept full liability and responsibility for all charges incurred on said account Digicel number 1473-534-5113 from July 2016 to the present date. Please note that I have discontinued the use of this number, and I trust between myself and your ministry an amicable formula for the repayment and or payment of any sums paid or owed on said account can be reached within a reasonable time frame. Looking forward to your response on this matter soonest. So I have sent this letter to the permanent secretary at the Ministry of Finance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sheldon. Doing some more tiny program. Right. So that's where Mr. Scott says that the matter is currently at. You know what I mean? So hear me boy say, my partner, I think let's let talk for now. Because I see I running out of time. I ain't talking about that talk yet. I ain't ready to get trouble on the program yet, you know. Let's take it light and things. So let's take it light for now. Olio, we have a real thing to tell all you about, you know. There was an incident that occurred in Grenville on Saturday, where there was a man who was leaning on a vehicle, you know. I've had two, you know. I mean, I think I two. You know what I mean? And so he leaned up on a vehicle, you know, how did they do that thing, and he might have fallen and knocked his head. And he was motionless for a long time. And then the emergency services responded, and so he was taken to hospital, and we got conflicting news today. So we're not going to really say much yet, because I have somebody working as we speak on this. I got one confirmation just before coming on the program, and then just before I go live again, another conflicting confirmation. So we're just saying to you that we are actively working on this case, and we'll be able to give you an update as soon as one is given to us. We have people working in the background as we speak. All right, people? So, right. Yeah, partner. That was a really tough one anyway. You know what I mean? Folks, we have more thing to tell all you about, you know. Real thing to tell all you about, too. But here what? I find I kind of sweating, and I hear a beast making a noise in the back. I'm going to kill it. Oh, God. So, all you, give me 2 minutes. Let me drink some water in the program. Yeah, we might have a new sponsor on the program. We might have a new water company sponsoring Mikey Live. So, take all the time. We go give away real water and thing. Because right now, water, turn up. You understand? So, all you stay put. I'm going to drink some water and thing. For all the fun and behaving different is the water. When I come back, take all the time.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Grenada, hope you're ready for this one as Exterminator Movement presents Job in the Club. Job in the Club. Going down inside the Tin Shop, Paradise St. Andrew, Saturday, August 3rd. With Grenada's top DJs and artists featuring live, Looney Spark and Electrify, Muddy, Buckwild, Skull Dog, Alma Boy, and Squeezehead. Get your Oliver $20 tickets now. Pay more at the door. Tickets are available from Zeggy's Bar and Quito in Paradise, Bogo's Barbershop Grenville, Golden Auto and Accessories Grenville, Heather's Boutique St. George, Jason's Bakery in Telescope, Patel La Poetry, Kelly in La Poetry, and Eddie Exterminator Family. Action kicks off from 10 p.m. till 10 a.m. And your DJs representing DJ Super, Mixmaster Brent, O2 Sound, 473 Rulers, DJ Brad, DJ Flawless, Exterminator Sound, Soca Lover Steve. So remember, Job in the Club, Saturday, August 3rd, The Tin Shop in Paradise, St. Andrew. It's paint, powder, mud, and water. Job in the Club. So link up the team for this one, Mod.
The people say that is the best fete in the carnival. None of them holding secret for me. None of them. The St. Andrews Development Organization, in collaboration with Mr. Elimas Gilbert, say Specky Show 2019 will be a movie. You must wear it. Love the rum more than the woman. From Trinidad and Tobago, the Calypsonian who empower women, singing Sandra.
The way you cock up like a bloody acrobat. The wife at home they can't act, she can do that.
From St. Vincent, former Soca Monarch, Calypso, and Road Match King, Posa. And top Grenadian artists. Stay tuned for more info. For vending, call 404-8131. Becky Show, August 4th, St. Andrews Rainbow City Festival weekend. The color is red.
All when I don't have no money, I go and steal. All when they think we done, I go and steal. Anytime you see me, I go and steal. I jump and I'm falling down, and I go and steal. We having a good time in the venue. Me and my squad, tell you it's mass in the venue. Me and my squad, telling the trouble in the venue. Me and my squad, you must let me out. Me and my squad. The girls are winding up, à toi. Fellas taking up, à toi. How she back it up, à toi.
St. Mark's, get ready. AMG World together with Great Connection presents Job on the Beach. Job on the Beach. And it's all going down Sunday, July 28th, Duquesne Beach. And we're starting this one from early. Your artists coming to cheer it up. Job King.
Move like I'm so jobless. The girls in power with us.
Sarah the Governor.
So we stay on top of things, and we stay on top of things.
Hyena Job and Sosa. Lunar Spark Electrified.
Boy, come let we start the bacchanal.
Talpri, Young Mickey, Slider, Contagious, Money Family, Little Jello, Cuba, Maserati Family. Your activities, Domino Competition, Small Ball Competition, Greasy Pole, Running Race, and Bunks and Castle for the kids. Your DJs coming to cheer it up. Ace the Killer, Top Shutter, Mixmaster Brent, DJ Stunner, Selector J-Boy, Southside Production, hosted by Gates and Timeless. Duquesne Beach, get ready. And I tell you, all the prizes to be won. Flat screen TV, blender, and cell phone giveaways. Remember, we're starting this one from early. Come out with the family. Job on the Beach, Duquesne St. Mark's. So we're calling out Victoria, Sanchez, Waptown. Just run up in on this. Job on the Beach.
All right, yeah, man. So you gotta attend the events and thing now. All right, good. All right, hold on. There's been a lot of accidents. Just as though there are a lot of accidents, we had quite a bit of accidents on the weekend. Some more serious than others, but there have also been a lot of accidents happening in St. Lucia. I don't know, between Grenada and St. Lucia, I don't know who is having more of these accidents, but it is not pretty. It's really not pretty. And we want to share a news article with you coming out of the HTS News Force.
The St. Lucia Fire Service is hoping for a bit of respite this weekend following what has been described as a hectic and extended carnival weekend in which the emergency services attended to over 11 motor vehicular accidents, some of which were very serious. On Saturday, July 13th, the service responded to a multiple casualty accident in Union around 11:30 a.m. More than 7 individuals were injured.
That incident involved 2 vehicles, On arrival at the scene, emergency personnel had to extricate 2 victims from the wreckage. They were subsequently transported to the Victoria Hospital for further medical attention. The other 5 victims of the wreckage were also assessed and treated on scene and subsequently transported to the Victoria Hospital for further medical attention.
On the afternoon of Sunday, July 14th, fire personnel also attended to a motor vehicular accident in Bexon,
involving a Toyota RAV4 that seemed to have collided into a parked vehicle and subsequently turning over. On arrival at the scene, emergency personnel assessed and treated 2 victims of that accident. They were subsequently transported to the Victoria Hospital for further medical intervention.
Assistant Divisional Officer David Antoine says the service was adequately prepared for any incident during the carnival celebrations.
We had about 4 or 5 stations and 4 ambulances on scene, and that we could have responded to those emergencies as they came in. I think off my head we might have responded to about 11 to 12 incidents that is carnival related. But they were nothing major. Persons throwing bottles here and there and persons getting injured and so on, but nothing too significant.
Apart from the 11 motor vehicular accidents, the St. Lucia Fire Service also received some 129 ambulance calls over the weekend. This comprised 5 fire calls, 7 physical assaults, and 1 firearm incident. The emergency services are calling on St. Lucians to be more cautious in order to reduce the number of accidents and the level of injuries on the island's roads. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.
All right, thank you very much. And folks, there was a police officer boy in Trinidad and Tobago who died while at church, people. That was real dread to it, really dread. Condolence are pouring out on social media for a 35-year-old woman police constable who died on Sunday. They say that she's suspected to have suffered a heart attack while at church. Yeah? They say that she died while being treated at the Sangre Grande area hospital. So she became ill while at church. She collapsed there. They say that she entered the Trinidad and Tobago police services just about 4 years ago. Alright? And yeah, boy, Josso. She's not the only one who died just like that. There was I think he was Indian actually, comedian who died while on stage. People thought it was part of the act. Would you imagine? Listen, would you imagine being a part of a show where someone collapses? You understand? And you're there and you're cheering or you think it's part of the show and it is just not. Huh? They say people were there enjoying his act and stuff. You understand? And yeah, that was it. He's an Indian stand-up comedian. Yeah? They say that he died on stage due to a high level of anxiety while performing his act, They say it was in front of a packed audience. He's actually Indian, but he was performing in Dubai. Yeah? He was only 36 years old. They say that he suffered a cardiac arrest while performing his routine on stage. It happened on Friday. They say he complained of a high level of anxiety, sat down on the bench next to him, and he just collapsed on the floor. They said the audience were really thinking that it was part of a show. Huh? No. They say he was the last act in the lineup, so it's like the feature. You understand? People sitting down there innocently, not knowing the man dead, no star. You understand? Yeah, boy. Anyway, I see we're running out of time. So what I want to do right now is to present to you the national. But even before people, I just want all to share the program. Understand the importance of sharing the program. When you share the program, that's how other people get to know what's happening here. If you don't share it, what will happen? Yeah, I mean, so please share the program for the many of you looking. Thank you very much. We have now for you the National Report.
Establishment of Public Utilities Regulatory Commission could change electricity landscape in Grenada. We'll have details to this story and more when we return. With the details to the news for Monday, July 22nd, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Public Utilities and Energy Minister Honorable Gregory Bowen says the establishment of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission will change the electricity landscape in Grenada. He says the Grenada Electricity Services Limited, GRENLEC, has enjoyed monopoly status for years, and now there is avenue to encourage competition. In 2016, two pieces of legislation were passed, a new Electricity Supply Act and a new Public Utilities Regulatory Commission Act of 2016. Minister Bowen, who addressed the launch of the Regulatory Commission on Friday, said there is need for competition, which will force the cost of electricity to be reduced. The Commission provides an avenue for interconnection of independent power producers, which can extend beyond the electricity sector.
Competitively, the IPPs will enter the marketplace. And if they can generate cheaper than GRENLEC can, then the Act provides the authority for the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission to replace that form of generation and to pass on the savings to the consumers. So you have 4 IPPs, and these 4 can generate half of the country's supply or requirement, demand, then so be it.
The Commission will be responsible for setting and regulating tariffs, advising and making recommendations to the Public Utilities Minister, setting rates for network license, and keeping it at a satisfactory level so the providers can meet their profit margin. The Ministry of Agriculture is working to revitalize the coconut industry, which continues to suffer from a drastic decline in production. Public Relations Officer Karima Lewis reports on a workshop held recently to introduce farmers to an improved variety of the plant.
Since Grenada's coconut industry lost its productive value after the passage of Hurricanes Ivan and Emily in 2004 and 2005 respectively, coupled with the onset of the coconut beetle, the industry has been struggling to sustain the demand locally. In this regard, the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands introduced to farmers an improved variety of the plant to help resuscitate the production nationally, and recently held a refresher workshop for farmers to strengthen capacity in that area. Approximately 25 farmers convened at the Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, CARDI, at West Hall St. David, and were educated on the best practices that should be administered when cultivating coconuts. The workshop was facilitated by agronomists within the Ministry of Agriculture with responsibility for coconuts, Troy Augustine, who says that proper weeding and adequate sunlight are 2 of the best practices for healthy coconut trees.
What we encourage farmers to do is to intercrop so that the trees would improve the condition, as well as to take care of those periods when you have drought. So we encourage them to mulch, to fertilize, intercrop, irrigate, and not just apply fertilizer broadcasting, but dissolve the fertilizer in water so that the plant can absorb the fertilizer, because plants don't absorb granular fertilizer. It's liquid. All plant food is in liquid form. So we want to encourage the farmers to do the right cultural practices. In most of the cases is shade management and weeding. That's 2 of the major problems. And once we get over that hurdle, I think those farms would see an improvement.
The session was held in collaboration with the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, ICA, and the national specialist at ICA, Derek Charles, also speaks to proper caring for the plants.
Now, you know, these plants are not, although they are coconut, but because they are improved varieties, they need some special treatment, okay? So if you allow them to be overgrown with weeds, you will not get the result that you should get. So in the rehabilitation, 2 things we put forward. 1, strengthen the capacity of the farmers and extension officers in the management of these new varieties. And secondly, in order to rehabilitate an industry, you want improved varieties of good quality. So we have like the tall variety and the dwarf variety. Most of you farmers will know the tall variety and dwarf variety. They are no different to the ones that you have now, except in their genetic potential in terms of what they could deliver as a product. And in most cases, we know farmers are keen on the fruit, the water, the amount of nuts that it bears. And so we have catered for that in terms of the variety that we have selected.
Chief Agricultural Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Daniel Lewis, implores upon the farmers to apply what they have learned.
The most important aspect of that workshop is what follows thereafter. So when you go back to your field as a farmer, you have to ensure that you adhere to a lot of the principles, a lot of the recommendation that Mr. Augustine will be giving. Because, I mean, we do not have this workshop just because we say we want to have a workshop, but to ensure that we educate and the people, you know, both extension and farmers, you know, they live here much more informed, much more equipped to deal with all the challenges that is the coconut industry is facing.
Two farmers, Mark Anthony Francis and John Powlett, gave their respective views on the workshop.
Okay, I think it was very informative. I mean, some of the things that I've been practicing were actually said in it because I did my research earlier. And it's like for the people who didn't do that type of research before, getting that information is I think it's critical that they know what they're doing and what they get into. So at the end of the day, end of the period, they would get the fruits of their labor. Coconut is something that should be part of our staple in terms of our diet and so. So I think the nutritional benefit and so whatever we do here now, the spill-off from it should actually be something that would be of great significance later on down the line.
What I must say stood out most was the time figure for the crop to bear and to learn about the ways that it pollinates, which is very important. My aim is to do as much coconut as possible. If possible, average 2-3 acres.
For the Ministry of Agriculture, I am Karima Lewis.
Thank you, Karima. This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Foreigners from all over, coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Welcome back. People involved in the food industry who will be offering their services to the public during the carnival season are now undergoing a 9-module training process, after which they will secure their food badges. Training has already concluded in St. David and St. Andrew, and vendors in St. George will undertake the process from Tuesday 23rd to Thursday 25th, and then again on Monday 29th to Wednesday 31st July. This is expected to lessen the number of complaints raised during the festive season about persons selling on the sidewalks without proper authorization. Chief Environmental Health Officer Andre Worm says food handlers are mandated by law to undergo medical examinations to prevent the spread of non-communicable disease and other diseases through food.
The legislative provisions in the Public Health Act, or even the Public Health Regulation, Section 77, actually states that during the months of January and June, that persons must undergo or undertake a medical examination to show that they are free from any communicable disease. So the fact of persons being free from communicable disease is a prerequisite. First and foremost, you need to be healthy in order to sell food. More importantly, we are also concerned about some diseases that might be transmitted through food and so on.
WOM highlighted the Ministry of Health's initiative to issue food badges to vendors. He says the badges are obtained following a 9-module training on food safety, hygiene, storage over 2 to 3 days.
Following that course of study, more or less, which is done over 3 days, that you can then be given a certificate of attendance, and you would then be entitled to a food badge. So the 9 module will basically entail things like introduction to food safety, personal hygiene, how to store and preserve food. You may see things like, thawing, how food is, time temperature control, which is a very critical element in food safety. And I think most of the problems that we are seeing on the street in food establishments are as a result of poor time temperature management.
That story just ended the national report for Monday, July 22nd. Let's recap the top story. Establishment of Public Utilities Regulatory Commission could change electricity landscape in Grenada. On behalf of everyone here at the Government Information Service who made this newscast possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Rakisha. And what we have for you now is the weather. And let's see what we have here. In fact, we are getting an update now from the Met Office, of course, who has sent us the weather. And for tonight, the low temperature is expected to be about 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas are moderate, waves up to 7 feet in open waters. All right. We're going to be having a chance of rain. Well, let's see what it's going to be like. All right. There's a possibility that we can get a little bit of rain. Now, in terms of the weather for tomorrow, for those of you who are interested, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy with a medium chance of a few brief morning and nighttime showers. Maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius, minimum 25 degrees Celsius. Winds are expected to be northeasterly to east southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate, waves up to 6 feet in open water. And that's your weather report for tonight and tomorrow. Let's say hello to a few people on the program. We have Rose with us. We have Kireen, Zaka, Cresselda, Hazel, Merrick. Hey, what's happening, bro? We have Nicole Jelino. We have Shomaine. We have Gwendolyn, Camille, Angel, Patsy, Shireen, my mom, Lintona, and everyone who's usually in the program. We want to say thank you for watching. All right, guys. Rolanda, Rose, everybody, Nels, blessings to you. And those of you who are viewing via WPG10, we say thank you for so doing. We appreciate you all the time. Noreen and Zaka, to the entire Mikey Live Helping Hands Foundation, we want to say thank you for so doing. We want to say hi to Monique, Charlene, Karen, and everyone else on the program. Guys, all the best to you. God bless you and your family. Let's do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say ja. No. Good night, everyone. God bless you.
play job the waistline. You mad?
I am tough, job I'm tough.
Well, all your jacket, jump up higher than Mount Everest. When the real job come around, oil up in your place, mama. Cause I'm belt in waist, mama. Nobody no safe, mama. All our girl work hard, job go really work hard. Job go really pay the mass, job go really get a man. All our girl work hard, job go really work hard. Job go really pay the mass, job go really get a man. Job no ask girl with a man day, no we don't care with a man day. Job work girl hard we do play bad job bring girl all along a bandy. We make girls wine for the Grammy, music cut off from jamming. Now out your head we don't come in, job vibes fresher than starting. Well all your jack shit, jump up, dash high, you girl. Jacket, jump up, dash high. When the real job come around, oil up in your place, mama. Girls are belt in waist, mama. Nobody no safe, mama. All our girl work hard, job go really work hard. Job go really pay the mass, job go really get a man. All our girl work hard, job go really work hard. Job go really pay the mass, job go really get a man. Right now the job kicking like Cody, never looking for glory. Feeling high and I'm holy, no one nobody come hold me. From the jug start up a going, I've got style like a sewing. It's gon' chill, I'm God blowing. Well all your jacket, jump up, dash high, you girl. Jacket, jump up, dash high. When the real job come around, oil up in your place, mama. Girls are belt in waist, mama. Nobody no safe, mama. All our girl work hard, job go really work hard. Job go really pay the mass, job go really get a man. All our girl work hard, job go really work hard. Job go really pay the mass, job go really get a man. Nobody does safe, nobody does safe. Nobody does safe, nobody does safe. Ah, nobody does safe, nobody does safe. Nobody does safe, nobody does safe. Ah.